Hi, today is July 9th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1054 for the year, Jimmy Bighead. Jimmy Bighead has a big motherfucking head. It's so fucking big you can see it from the west side of Manhattan, even though Jimmy's head is all the way the fuck across the river in motherfucking Jersey. The rest of Jimmy isn't nearly so big, and that's assuming that there's any more to Jimmy than his grotesquely huge motherfucker of a head, and I'm not convinced that there is. Jimmy Bighead might be nothing more than a monstrously enormous motherfucking head. But then again, maybe that is all that Jimmy Bighead has to be. Poem number 1055. Jimmy got a secret. Jimmy got a secret. He's sitting over there on the other side of the river with a finger held vertically across his lips, the way you do when you want someone to be quiet about something, to not repeat something, to keep mum. Jimmy got a secret from his lips to God's ear, and from God's ear to God knows where. Maybe nowhere, maybe everywhere. But if the secret ends up everywhere, then God's to blame for being indiscreet. Jimmy got a secret, and God should try to keep it. Poem number 1056, Maybe Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy Bighead is buried up to his neck. Maybe one day he'll dig himself out of the hole. Maybe Jimmy Bighead will walk across the Hudson River. Maybe Jimmy the Bee will destroy the entire city. But maybe Jimmy Bighead will be stopped by Godzilla, or Rodan, or Mothra. Maybe Jimmy Bighead should stay in the fucking ground. Maybe Jimmy Bighead doesn't want to fuck with Godzilla and his friends. Poem number 1057, Importance. I don't know the Hamilton soundtrack very well. The other day I was thinking of a song on the Hamilton soundtrack, but I couldn't figure out which one it was because I don't know the Hamilton soundtrack very well. And I didn't care enough to go through the soundtrack and figure it out. It wasn't important enough to me, although apparently it was important enough to me to make note of it here. Last poem of the day, poem number 1058, Small Town. I don't find it hard to believe that John Cougar Mellencamp was born in a small town, but I find it almost impossible to believe that he will die in a small town. I think he'll probably die in Los Angeles, but it may be a point of pride for him. Maybe he has a provision in his will that if he dies in a large city, to move his corpse to a small town in Indiana before anyone finds out. I wouldn't be surprised if that's in his will, but I would be surprised if John Cougar Mellencamp dies in a small town, but not as surprised as I would be if he was buried with Jimmy Bighead. All right, that's it. Thank you. You know what? It's true. I appreciate you.